Hello and welcome. My name is Rahim. In today's video, I'm going to share how I start making £5,000 a month in properties I don't own. Yes, £5,000 a month in properties that I don't own. Right, before we get going, if you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more property investment videos tutorials. So, I would like to share these hint and tips on how I actually start making £5,000 a month in properties I don't own. Right. Number one is to pick a patch. Right. I've worked out where I needed to invest, my time, my effort in getting properties. Right. So my patch was in Cardiff. I decided to do Cardiff, very close to city centre, and I went out there hunting basically. Right, I tried to find out where the HMO properties are, and I went out there, did leaflet drops and letters posting to all these HMO properties. I set myself a target. Again, you may have known me already about goals. I set myself a goal because back then I didn't have money to actually pay for someone to do leaflet drops for me or to post the letters. I went there physically post these leaflet. I set myself to do 50 to 100 properties a day. I go for a walk anyways, so it was a bonus for me. I set myself those targets. Every single day I go out there, put hundreds or 100 to 150 letters out there, right? And what I was doing basically, I was putting those letters into properties that I can add value to. Right, I did not wanted property that's already been done up. I wanted properties I can go and paint and decorate, get my furniture in and get it to be a better property, okay? So I look for those sort of properties. So what I did basically, I put those letters out there. In some occasions, I knocked the doors, okay? I knocked the doors to find out who the landlord was and if there's a chance I can get the landlord's details, okay? 90% of the time, I was able to get the landlord's details. So what I did then basically is to go back home, analyze the deals, and ensure that these deals can make me money and I can secure them below market value, right? And obviously, whilst I'm talking to the tenant, I'll be nipping around to see how the property looks like, and I would know it's a property that I could add value to. So once I've gone back home, I look at the analysis, analyze it, put my sort of offers I need to put through. So what I do basically, I will ring the agent, or the landlord, tell them about who I was, introduce myself, tell them I'm looking to acquire 10 to 15 properties in the area, make myself big. Always you have to make yourself big, right? Use the word we. We're looking to acquire 15 to 20 properties in the area. One of your properties really suits our criteria, and we understand that your property is not fully let, so we would like to take on that property, the whole property, and pay you a guaranteed rent, right? So obviously I tell the landlord this sort of information for me to be able to get my foot into the door, right? I don't tell them all the information because obviously they may get confused and they may not understand what I meant. So I go then, book a viewing, see the property, and then try to understand the landlord, right? See what they're looking for, what their pain points are, and then obviously try to find a way I could resolve the problem that they have. And then obviously I tell them what I do, how I started, and how I like to take on their property, and then obviously give them examples of how I would look after their property. But what I tend to do basically, I go with 3 offers, okay? Sometimes I do the offers when I meet them face to face. Sometimes, depending on the situation, I then obviously put the offer. I tell them my first offer. First of all, I ask them what they want for their property, right? When I ask them what they want for their property, obviously I will tell them I cannot afford that, and to tell them what I can offer them, what value I could add, and I negotiate those deals below market deals. And guess what? I also look for rent-free period. Okay, once we've agreed to what we've agreed, I said, okay, I can take this property and do it really nice, but I will need 5 to 6 weeks free for me to be able to do that thing. So what I then do, I take 5 to 6 weeks for the rent-free period. I do the work within a week or 2. I'll get myself 4 weeks to advertise the property. Guess what? I get the tenant in and use the money the tenant pay me to pay the landlord. Listen to this again. Secure the property, right? Pay the landlord, sign the contract, pay the landlord his deposit, and tell the landlord I can pay them when the tenancy starts in 6 weeks' time. They already know I'm a serious investor because I've put down the deposit. So what I then do, I put the property on the market, right? Rent the property. On from the rental I receive from the new tenant, I use that money to pay the landlord, okay? So, and then obviously that then property only become nearly new money down there because I'm using the tenant's money to pay the landlord, and then the deposit, the landlord actually protect that deposit for me. And what I also used to do basically, I used to analyze the deal. I had to make, when I started, I had to make £750 net profit per property. Right? If I don't make that money, I negotiate for a rent-free period that would accumulate to that sort of amount, right? So £750, that's what I used to make per property every single month, okay? So if you times that by 5-6 properties, that's about £5,000 a month in properties that I don't even own, right? 6 properties generates me £5,000, okay? And all those properties were generating me that sort of money, some of them even more. But my baseline was £750 back then, okay? Because when I went there, I take a crappy property, right? Negotiate below market value, add value, and rent the property out room by room basis at a prime price because I've invested money in it. And the other thing I also do basically is to literally save money. All the rent I receive from my tenant, I never ever touched it, right? I put it aside, right, for the next deal, right? And I live below my means, right? I never live over my means. I did not say because I've got £5,000 coming in every month, I need to go and buy the most expensive car, or I need to go and buy the most expensive trainers, or I need to go and rent the most expensive flats. No, I did the opposite, right? If I was in an expensive house, I go for a less expensive house, okay? If I was in a car, I keep that car. I don't go buying expensive cars, or I don't go buy expensive trainers, or I don't go for a shopping spree. So what I do, I save that money for the next deal, right? Please, 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 when you start property investment, I know it may get crazy sometimes. You may get lots of money, especially if you're doing service accommodation. Don't spend the money, right? Keep it, invest it. Right, recycle the money, right? The example I just gave you, get the property, secure it below market value, do the work, pay the landlord that deposit, and get the tenants to pay your rent for you, right? Even if the tenant, even if you don't have the property fully let by the 6th week, you at least got 3 or 4 rooms rented out. You can use some of that money to pay the landlord. And then once you've got your profit, once you start making £700, guess what you do? You save that money for the next deal. You don't spend it, right? And then what you do next, get another deal, use the same logic, rinse and repeat. That's how I was able to generate £5,000 in 6 properties within a month of starting to do that strategy. And again, this is the sort of thing you do to get you to where you want to. I know it's not an easy task, right? It's not an easy thing to do, but trust me, with the right coach, the right mentor, the right education, it would expedite your process. It will take you to the next level, because that's what expedited my process. When I started, I used to have 1 deal every 7 or 8 months. When I had my coach, my mentor, I trained, I knew what I was doing. I had someone to go to. It expedited my process. I used to secure 3, 6, 7 deals a month. I passed them all to investors. So it literally changed my life. So these are the little things we need to be looking at for us to be able to generate 5K plus a month in properties that we don't own, right? And again, if you like this video or any of my videos, don't forget to hit the like button below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more property investment tutorials. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to sharing the next video.